Yeah, the other tab too. Yep, bogus sure.
The Mike Lincoln or no?
Oh, that's too wild. Checking it now. Oh, that's too wild. Yeah, give it a little bit of time. All right, y'all tuning in. I'm gonna give some time for people to come into the class. All right. If you got any questions, just type in your questions in the comment section. All right. I'll get to your questions. If I can't answer it, tune in next week. Your question will be answered. All right. Let everybody come into the room. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. All right. ISUPK, whatever zone you in. All right. Load up a little bit more. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go. All right, we all good? After what?
So we all good.
Yeah. Can you get the news article on how many the shootings on New Year's that happened? Bubba Shaw. Um, if you could, Bubba Shaw. All right.
You mean just like in Philly area?
Philly, Philly. Yeah, it was some shooting that went on. All right. Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West on 21st Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commander Julian Hanna. We're teaching the truth since 1969. All right, we're here to teach blacks, the so called blacks, Hispanic Native Americans, the truth of the Bible. Okay, today is the biblical brotherhood class. I'm holding it down the class for Captain Amaya Yashar. All right, he's feeling under the weather right now. Lord willing, he'll be back rocking like he usually would and always do. You understand? Next week, you have any questions, okay? If you have any questions, type them in below. We answer them. And if I can't answer the question that you have, you tune in next week and you'll get your question answered. All right. My name is Nakar, Officer 500, stationed here in Philadelphia. All right. If you are in a different zone, make sure you reaching out to your zone camp leader. All right. If you're not in the school, make sure you get into the school because as you see right now, in the days and time we living in, it is not time to sit back and do nothing. It is not the time to do whatever you want to do. You understand? Because you will get a reward that you would not like. Okay? We look inside our communities today, we have no brotherhood. The Lord said to have brotherhood and sisterhood, unity, that is a commandment. Okay? We do not follow that commandment, and as you see, with these curses plaguing us in our communities and our homes, okay, we get the bad end of the stick, and we all have stories of pain and heartache. All right, Salakia, after what was you able to find it? All right, no sweat. All right, let's start with that. Let's start with that. If you could, tell them the source that you're reading from, and you can go ahead and read the article.
This is from y.org.
You're gonna have to speak up a little louder.
This is from y.org.
Uh huh.
It says deadly start to New Year in Philadelphia leaves 3 dead. It's like I think it's okay. The one from Fox.
Okay, you're gonna read the one from Fox. All right. As he getting that, all right, we pulling the article. Okay, what happened New Year's Day? Okay, New Year's Day, we always giving you the truth. We tell you what's going to happen before it happens, and we warn you. That's our job. You know the ISUPK. We do the job of the prophets, man, because we are the priests and prophets of the Lord. Okay, the priests and prophets always warn the people: don't do evil, don't do after the heathens, because if you do after the heathens, the Lord is going to punish you. Okay, you commit iniquity, the Lord is going to see you. So when everybody wanted to turn up and get drunk and get high and have all manner of abominational sex, okay, on New Year's, okay, bad things happen. Okay, I seen on Instagram two sisters going at it. One sister drunk, smashed a bottle across the windshield. All right, she came out her vehicle with a 32 Glock and started letting off at that sister. All right, all because they wanted to celebrate a wicked holiday. They wanted to celebrate something false. The New Year's do not start in the winter. The New Year starts in the spring. That's when life, you understand, the trees is coming back to life, and everything start to grow all over again. In the Bible, it said that the Passover marks the New Year. Okay, so read what you got.
This is from the Inquirer. 14 shot as deadly gun violence in Philly carries into the early hours of the new year.
Listen, early hours of the New Year, when that 2022 hit, boom, 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 everybody all hype, Happy New Year's. You know, they grabbing a glass full of drink. You understand? Bodies full of smoke and drugs. You understand? Everybody all happy. Read from the top again.
14 shot as deadly gun violence in Philly carries into the early hours of the new year.
The early hours of the New Year, meaning that this happened literally right after the ball drop. Right after the ball drop, people got shot up. You understand what I'm saying? And from first hand, a brother in the school said this happened on his block. He heard the whole altercation happen. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why the ISBK is so important, because we warn you of the dangers that will happen when you want to participate in the heathens' customs. And any high holy day that we have here in the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, we don't have to worry about gunshots. We don't have to worry about fights, people getting drunk and hurting themselves or someone else. We don't have to worry about drug overdose. But on New Year's, there were people that overdosed. There were people that got shot and killed on a wicked holiday, man. Like, we had to do better. We always want to claim this woke. Everybody want to be woke. But when it's time for us to start really putting in some work and really standing on a real strong foundation, when it's time for us to show our integrity, we do nothing. We do nothing but bow down to Master and do whatever he say to do. But when the priests and prophets is telling you that is not the Lord's high holy day, he did not tell you to celebrate New Year's. And if you celebrate New Year's, the Lord is going to destroy you. Read from the top again.
14 shot as deadly gun violence in Philly carries into the early hours of the new year.
Mm-hmm.
It took less than 3.5 hours for 14 people to get shot.
How many people?
For 14 people to get shot.
And how less of a time did it take for them to get shot?
It took less than 3.5 hours.
Less than 3.5 hours. Less than 3.5 hours. People would say that weed do not kill people. Let me tell you something. Every person that is toting no guns, they are high off of weed. Right. It clouds your judgment. You ever notice why a lot of people, you might say, why is this person, they don't want to get up all day, they just sit around, they don't want to do nothing with their life. And when you find out why they not trying to get no money and better their life here in America, wherever they at, you always find out they getting high off of weed. They get high off of weed. They lazy. They don't want to do nothing. They in this world of this is all right. I'm gonna just get high and do nothing with my life. You understand? Like this is why we say stop getting high, and this is why the Lord said don't get high. They get high. One second, I got you. They get high off the weed. All right. They was high off of weed, pills, whatever, drinking, and they said, man, we about to go slide on these dudes. We about to go slide on these dudes, and we about to get the business. And let me tell you something. The major attack that happened in Philadelphia that night, these people pulled up in a utility van. They pulled up in a utility van, and to show you, you understand that these brothers, you understand, like, let me be honest with y'all, right? They start shooting out the van, and this is how clouded their judgment is. If you really have an issue with somebody, you're going to make sure that you get the job done, and you going to make sure you get the job done. You're not going to just shoot from a block away. You understand? When people, let me give y'all the nutshell. I'm trying to like beat around the bush. They shot from a block away, almost like at the end of the block. These people was towards the middle of the block. A bunch of dudes got out the car and started shooting. In their mind, they don't really want to do it. Because they really wanted to do it, they would have got the job done. Nobody would have been standing around because they get high. They want to impress their friends. You understand? Because they get high and their judgment is clouded. They all stupid thought, yeah, we're going to get out the van and just start busting down the block. You know what happened? In their mind, they're not thinking about a little kid getting shot by a stray bullet. They ain't thinking about that. Nor are they thinking about, I can lose my life. More importantly, that I'm killing my own people. You understand? Like, we have to stop going against God. Because going against God is going to destroy you, man. That's what happened to those brothers. That's what happened to them sisters on New Year's Eve. It was sisters that got raped. You understand? Because they wanted to go and have celebrate this pagan holiday. It was children that was molested because people wanted to get high and get drunk, you understand, and be full of their lust. Disgusting, abominable sexual acts. Think about how many STDs and HPVs was spread on just the day of New Year's. You understand? We have to do better. We cannot sit around and, yap about, oh yeah, I'm woke or this or that, or you're wrong and this and that, and I'm living my best life, I'm going to do this. No, we're not going to get nowhere without serving the Lord, man. It's just that simple. And we see it here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Because none of our people is getting killed and shot and murdered and raped, you understand, and molested on high holy days when we all coming together. We come together deep. Passover, we come together deep. Ain't no problem. We ain't fighting one another. We ain't about to pull no gun out and kill one another. Sisters, everybody in one room, happy to see one another. Seeing the brotherhood and sisterhood and his family that the Lord put together on the face of the earth, man. This is why everyone needs to come back to the ISUPK, because we are showing that we are the ones with the truth. It said, don't judge me by the fruit, man. Judge me by my actions. If you could, can you find me that scripture? Bubba Gashar? Yeah. No, yeah, you'll know them by their fruits. It's amazing how, the ISUPK been teaching this truth since 1969, okay? And we've been saying the things that everybody is coming to conclusion of, and they still don't want to come into class. You still don't want to change your life. Don't you see? Don't we see? Right? Don't we see that not serving the Lord it does us no real purpose. Read what you got, brother.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall know them by their fruits.
Say what?
Ye shall know them by their fruits.
Say it again.
Ye shall know them by their fruits.
Know them by their fruits, man. You gonna know the disciples by their fruits, man. You gonna know who is the home of the truth that everybody needs to go to by their fruits, by what we produce. One, we are certified with the Lord because we see the things that everybody else don't see. You know, here in ISUPK, man, we can tell what's manly and what's not manly. You wanna know why? Because we have the essence of a real man, what the Lord want us to be. We ain't at camp telling a man to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? Even hearing someone say shalom, you know, we understand all of us still learning. But here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we understand what everybody don't understand. You dig what I'm saying? A man wearing fringes on the bottom of his shirt, we understand. We all coming back. We all need to be taught. We all need to be corrected. But this is why we put in place. Stop brothers from wearing fringes on their shirts. To stop our people from getting high. You understand? Children from being molested. Women from being raped and drug overdoses and drunkards. You understand? All types of manner of evil and sin that the Lord hates. You understand what I'm saying? We're stopping all those things. We're stopping hunger. You can contact the ISBK and we got you. We're going to make sure that you go without. That you don't go without. Salakia. You understand? Read that scripture from the top again, Brother Bashar.
Ye shall know them by their fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
Mm-hmm.
Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit.
Every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. That's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That was the schools that Christ brought up.
Right.
You understand? That was the schools that Jeremiah was running. You understand? That's a school that Baruch was running. School that David and Solomon was running. You understand? Those teaching, that's what they was doing. They was bringing forth good fruit, man. Look at the time of Jeremiah. Jeremiah was telling the people, yo, you better listen, y'all better repent. Y'all better go into that captivity under the Babylonians, because that's what the Lord want us to do. Because of the evil that we've been doing. The evils that we have committed. Nobody didn't want to listen to him. Everybody said you crazy, you blasphemy. You understand? Like, you ain't getting that words from God. You ain't getting them words from Yahweh in the Hebrew. Then look what happened to him. King got murdered. You understand? By the Babylonians. And the Babylonians ain't look. What happened? The Lord told Jeremiah, man, I got you. I'm rocking with you. Don't worry about nothing. I'm gonna hold you down. And that's what he did. So that's what we do here in ISBK, man. We keep it real. We're gonna tell you the truth. You understand? We gonna help you get off of those drugs, get over bad relationships that you've been in the past. You understand? We're gonna help you get over bad situations that you had to endure in the past. We understand that what the scripture says, be aware of your brother and your sister because they born into adversities. You know, a lot of us, man, we've been through so much growing up. You know, now when we are coming to the truth, what happened? You might offend a brother or sister, and you might be like, why would you be offended about that? You know? And you won't even know that they've been through something crazy where that triggers them. That's why the Lord said, you can drop that. Let me get Hebrews 13:1. Hebrews 13:1. This is the brotherhood class. So you really want to pay attention, because being a brother, you understand, being a sister, in Israel means a lot. It ain't just you. You understand? You can't. It ain't just about you. And that's it. YOLO. It ain't YOLO, man. It's us being together. That's what the Lord, you understand, want us to move like. It ain't just about you. That's why we don't celebrate the what? You understand? That's why we don't celebrate birthdays. Well, everybody got to worship you. You got to be a god. We got any questions?
No.
All right. What you're a god now? We got to worship you? Nah, man. You got to be selfless. You got to be understanding that your brother and sister can been through something and you don't know why they acting like that. That's why you have to always be mindful and have discipline. Nobody telling you to be passive and just let anybody disrespect you. No, you check the situation. You understand? Pull them to the side and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" You understand? Like, "Hey, you offended me," and then you would gain that brother and sister by actually pulling them to the side, doing something that they might have never did in their life. And you tell them, brother, I don't know, sister, I don't have no issue with you, man. I just don't want it to be bad blood between us. That's unity and that's love, man. Enough love to be able to be humble and go to that brother and sister and show them that you was offended and you're willing to forgive the situation and brush it under the rug. That's how you gain a brother and sister. That's how we do it in here. That's how we do it in Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Can you read what you got, Bubba Show?
You said Hebrews 13.
13 and 1.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 1. Mm-hmm. Let brotherly love continue.
Let brotherly love continue. You never want to give me Romans 12 and 10. You always want brotherly love to continue. You never want brotherly love to stop. Because when brotherly love stops, all right, that's when the Lord start really punishing us, man. And that's what happened to us in the past. We ain't love one another. We was having sex with another man's wife. It's very traitorous, and it shows that you hate your own sisters when you go sleep with another nation. That shows that you hate black women. Because black men, Hispanic, Native American men, we are the biggest. We listen. We are the ones that lead in wanting to go off and marry into and have sex with white women, African women, Asian women. We want to venture off and get something different instead of dealing with our own sisters. Oh, I heard many brothers say, well, they just too much, man. No, brother, you just weak. You don't know how to deal with our woman. Yeah, they a little messed up. We all messed up. Look at where we come from. You gotta be able to see through all that and be able to heal them. Be able to deal with that sister, man, and help her overcome the things that she's been through so that she can see a whole new world, a whole new reality. Here in the ISUPK, man, we love our sisters so much, we'll tell them the truth. And we'll show them how to change their life, man. You understand? Hold that. Hold where you at. Give me Romans 12 and 2. Give me Romans 12 and 2.
Book of Romans, chapter 12, said 2. Mm-hmm. And verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
We're going to teach that sister and that brother. Be not conformed to this world, man. That's what we teach our people. And especially our sisters. Be not conformed to this world. This world want our sisters to be hoes. They want our sisters to rely on the government. They want our sisters to be strong, independent black women. You understand? Don't get it wrong. There's nothing wrong with a woman doing everything that she had to do for herself. But a strong, independent black woman, it's hard for them to have real good relationships. You want to know why? Because they're putting themselves in a position of being a man. They give off the presence of a masculine energy. A lot of brothers don't want to deal with that. And then when they get with a brother, 9 out of 10, that brother is feminine. and he will let her run all over her and stuff like that. So, or they might be like, nah, I don't want that. Some sisters be strong independent black women, and they might after a while they might be like, I don't want that. He feminine, right? But the men that they want don't want them because they like, hey, you think you run something. You know what I mean? That dude, he got money. He ain't trying to hear about. He don't care about how many businesses you own and all that. He wondering, yo, can you hold it down? I don't want a woman that's always gonna be busy. I want when I get off of work, I want you to be home. You dig what I'm saying? They want our woman to be of the world. They want our woman dressing the same way white women dress, like sluts, like whores. You understand? They want our woman being in the strip clubs. They want our woman being in the clubs, shaking their behind every weekend. That's of the world, man. We gotta hate the world. The Lord said, "Don't join yourself to the world." Read it again.
It says, and be not conformed to this world.
You cannot be conformed to this world, sisters and brothers. Right now, I'm talking to the sisters. You cannot be like it was in the world when, a lot of sisters, they like to gossip, right? You cannot do that. We're gonna bring that in the script, bring that out in the scriptures, where the Lord said, "Don't be a gossiper, man." That's nutty. It's corny. It shows that you hate your own sisters, man. You understand? That sister did something to you, man. You go to that sister and you handle that. You can't handle it like you was in the world. Can't do that. You got to change your ways because that's how we're going to bring Christ back. You got to understand this, right? We want to get out of this condition. We want to change things. You can help change things by not gossiping behind that sister back, not hating that sister just because she looked at you crazy or she was looking at your man cockeyed. You understand? Googly eyed and all that. You understand? You need to stop hating your own sisters. That's being not conformed to this world. Because that's what the world wants you to do. The world wants you to be an evil bitch. You understand? The world wants you to be an evil bitch. It wants you not to listen to your man. It wants you to feel like you run the show. It want to make you feel like me, Officer Ashta Watt was talking about this. A woman, they don't want you to listen to your man. Okay? They don't even want you listening to your man when he says, "Hey, I don't like what you got on. You should go change that." You understand? Like, put on something more presentable. They want you to say, "What? You ain't my dad." You know what I'm saying? You ain't my daddy. Hey, I don't want you on social media sites, man, talking to all those dudes, man. Like, why are you talking to them guys? You ain't my daddy. You don't pay my phone bill. That's what they want you to do. And guess what? When you conform to the world, most of these sisters, right, that gets in domestic violence situations, what they do is, and this is what the world wants you to do, they want you to feel like you on top of the world. Nobody can tell you nothing. But then when the brother go upside your head, when he should not do that. But you're talking about brothers that are in the world. These brothers is in the world, right? We ain't talking about brothers in the truth. Brothers in the world is not going to want to tolerate that. You belittle them. They tell you to stop dressing all promiscuous online. You up there, they see that, oh, I want to break. Now you go off and, you go run off the Dick, Tom, and Jerry, right? And Man and Rel and Raheem on breaks. That's what the world wants you to do. You ain't happy, you go get yourself happy, right? Then boom, he endures all that. This is what the world wants you to do. It wants you to build up that meter till boom, he start abusing you, right? Physically and verbally. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what happens when you want to be conformed to the world. Being not conformed to the world, you're gonna do what the Lord say to do. Don't be a whore. Don't be clamorous, meaning always running off at the mouth. You'll learn how to be quiet. You'll learn how to gain more treasures within yourself. Learn how to be a virtuous woman, like Proverbs 31:10. You'll learn how to be a mother. You'll learn how to keep some clothes on, covering your funky behind. You'll learn how to do those things. Read from the top.
And be not conformed to this world,
Uh-huh.
but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
You will learn how to be a sister. One, you'll learn how to be a brother, a better sister. All right, just being a better you. You'll be a better wife. Your life will be better. You'll have more wisdom than you'll ever think because you're performing the righteous acts. You're doing the things that you're supposed to do as a woman, as an Israelite. People try to say, I ain't no Israelite. You're an Israelite according to God. Either you want to accept it or not. It ain't no religion. You're an Israelite. By blood. What's your bloodline trace back to? I don't know. Nobody knows. The Bible is telling you. Well, that Bible been rewritten. It ain't. Listen, you ever heard of Hebrew? Did you ever really break it down? Your knowledge comes from nowhere. You don't know who you are. You need to understand your identity. That's the power of it, man. You understand? We teach our sisters how to change their lives, man. Because we understand that our sisters been born with adversity. We always got to be aware of that we all have a past and we all going through things. That's why the scripture said, let brotherhood continue, brotherly love continue. And whenever you see brotherly, is always talking about the sisters as well. You understand what I'm saying? Like we have to stick together. You understand? And I'm going to prove that in that scripture. If you could, Bubblegum Shark, can you give me Zephaniah 2:1? Zephaniah 2:1. Zephaniah 2:1. All right. Here in the Bible, man, this is where the truth is really at. The truth ain't outside. Trust me, I didn't look high and low. There ain't no truth in that. Where the truth at in the world? Where's the truth at? It's no truth in it. We celebrate everything that the white man gives us. We do everything that the white man produces to us through all ways of media and all types of ways of warfare. All manners of propaganda. We have to get back to the basics. You understand? This is why we in the predicament that we in now. So we ain't trying to stick to the basics, man. Look at what Christ was doing. Christ was teaching the people how to serve God, how to have brotherhood, how to have sisterhood, how to love one another. You know who killed Christ? It wasn't even a white man. The white man Pilate didn't even want to kill Christ. He washed his hands of the situation and said, "Man, this evil is on y'all. This ain't on me." You understand what I'm saying? And us Israelites was willing to cause a riot. All right, and the riot wasn't going to be us fighting amongst each other. It was going to be us against them, starting to fight. We was about to get ready to have a revolution, a revolt, because we Israelites actually wanted to kill Christ. You understand what I'm saying? Like we have to understand this truth. Like this hate that we got for one another ain't nothing new. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new. And that's what Christ was teaching, man. How can you say you love your brother that you see every day, but someone that you never seen in a day in your life, you gonna say you love them? It don't make sense. Those Pharisees and Sadducees, man, they wanted to kill Christ because Christ was cutting them, man. Because Christ was the one that was actually making people pay out their full debt to the Lord. Your full debt to the Lord is you keeping these commandments, man. Ain't about you. Yeah, God knows my heart. You understand? Speaking in tongues, Shamana Boshka and Samana Daya Tahoda and all that. You understand? And getting the tambourine. Hey man, you know they be having the tambourine. Life ain't about serving the Lord. Ain't your debt ain't being paid by you shaking that tambourine. Your debt ain't you getting high and talking some fake deep wannabe conscious conversations. God serving God ain't you saying, oh, God knows my heart. Serving God is saying the hell with these holidays. The hell with New Year's. Because why? The Lord showed you. You want to celebrate New Year's? Think about how many women was passed out drunk and then a man took advantage of it. How many times these girls be getting trains rained on them? Ashtawatt on New Year's. Dudes sit around. Ashtawatt, am I wrong? Dudes sit around. We all know that y'all whores. You think that you. Let me tell y'all sister something, right? I'm gonna be honest. Y'all have to understand that just because you having sex with what I mean, you think that you low key. You not low key. Brothers talk. You'll be surprised what happens when brothers goes in a barbershop. Dudes will be like, yo, man, this is a sister that I'm talking to. Or they might be amongst their homies. It might be another dude come around. They sit around, they be like, yeah, man, I'm talking to such and such. Who? What's her name? From such and such street? From Susquehanna? The thick jaw? Oh, bro, don't do that. You talking about cuffing that? Don't do that. You be like, what happened? This happens all the time. How do I know? Because I was the dude when they would say somebody's name, I'd be like, oh, you know her? Ah, man. Listen, man, don't kiss her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's messed up. You understand what I'm saying? Brothers would sit around on before New Year's and they'd be like, yeah, man, we're gonna have the Airbnb, yo, we're gonna have the telly party, yo, we're gonna have this house party, crazy joint popping mansion party, Airbnb. You know, they get the crazy Airbnb, yo, man, look, we're gonna have bottles, all that, we're gonna have free weed, they listen, they fishing you in. You understand? They fishing you in. They get the free weed, uh, Molly punch. We got edibles, all that, Casamigos, Hennessy, right? Broadcasted. Dudes is literally like, yeah, I'm gonna bring such and such to the joint. She gonna bring her homegirls. Yo, they all sliders. If you don't know what a slider is, in Philly terms, that's a whore. All right, a slider, a platter. You understand? Dot John and all that. You know what I mean? That's just another word for whore. You know, and they lining that sister up, lining them sisters up. And on New Year's, got them nice and drunk, and they know when they got drunk, they was gonna have their way with them because they disgusting, right? And many females and men got high, overdosed, passed out, got DUIs, ended up in jail, fought all types of crazy things because they want to celebrate the white man's holiday. You understand? Boom, boom, boom. Where we at? What scripture we at, After what?
So like, Zephaniah 2:1.
Let's read that.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. It said, read it from the top again.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together.
Mm-hmm.
O nation not desired.
O nation not desired, man. It said that nation is not desired, man. Y'all better come together. Who else is undesired than us? Y'all tell me that, man. Who's more undesired than us? We are the most undesirable people on the face of the earth. Okay, who actually rocks with us? Think about it. Who actually went to bat for the Mexicans that was trapped in the cages, the children, and they was getting sent up on trial? You understand, before a judge, 4 years old. Who went to bat for them? Who went to bat for the Negroes that was getting slaughtered by the police and slaughtered by white people and harassed by Chinese people? Who went to bat for us? What nation went to bat for us? Okay, who went to bat for the Haitians that had to go through a horrible storm and the Puerto Ricans. Who went to bat for us? Last time I checked, the Haitians had was homeless trying to get here to America, and white officers had whips and was beating Haitians away to not come over the border. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what happened to our people. Nobody went to bat for them. Hey, you're going to stop treating them Haitians like that. Well, let me tell you something, right? And also the Puerto Ricans. Before I get to the next part, the Puerto Ricans had no electricity for the longest. Flint, Michigan had and probably still had bad water supply till this day. Nobody came in and was like, "Oh, we have to change this." But let me tell you something. Let me show you the power. You understand that these other nations have that we don't. Okay. And another thing too, let's not forget about the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans, the First Nation people. They still going to bat and going to war over their land today. The land that America gave them was when you actually talk to them, they'll tell you, man, it's not really livable. It ain't the best that we had. They gave us the bare minimum. They did it on purpose because they have evil in their hearts, they say. You understand? Nobody's going to bat for the Native Americans. Where is Black Lives Matter for the Native Americans? Nowhere. You want to know why? Because it doesn't make a profit. There's no profit in trying to help the Mexican lives and the Native American lives. Oh, but for blacks, oh, you get money for that. And that's the only reason why they going all crazy for that. That's not a nation of people, man. It's not a nation of people. But you know what happened to the Chinese people that was on a plane and they got harassed? Guess what happened? You understand? China said we would not use your airlines no longer, and they made a change. You understand? They made quick changes. They said, look, we apologize for all that. We ain't mean for all that to go down. Black people get harassed on planes day in and day out. Nobody cares. No nation steps in and cares at all. Nobody steps in and say, we're not flying your airlines. You dig what I'm saying? Look at Gucci. Everybody try to remember everybody try to not wear Gucci after what? They said, we ain't wearing Gucci no more. We was the only ones mad. Nobody else cared. Nobody else cared. America ain't banned Gucci from being sold here because of what they did. Africa ain't banned Gucci for what they did. We are that nation that is not desired. I mean, do I gotta keep explaining? Africans ain't here on the streets teaching you, telling you to come back to Africa on platforms trying to wake up black people. They ain't doing that. Ashtawa, have you seen it? I ain't seen it. You know what I see Africans do? I see Africans in churches, you understand, making women bathe before the whole church and smacking them upside their head. That's what they do. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody here to save you. Even the Haitians try to, one second, I got you. Even the Haitians tried to go to Africa and get some type of independence through them. They try to join a nation, and Africa said, you're not African enough. I thought that the Haitians was Africans. I thought they was Africans, right? They speak French, a form of French just like them. You understand? You would think that they dark skinned just like them. Yeah, you know, we are brothers and sisters. They say you're not African enough. And throw them to the side. What goes to show you that we are not desired in this world? And the Lord said to come together. What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say the only time the other nations or like even the Hamites try to act like they want to help us is when they need some type of help. Like when we go to gather ourselves and fight for ourselves, they join us, and then later on be like, yeah, but y'all gotta help us with this. Like they want help for their people, but other than that, they don't give a damn about what's going with us.
Listen, and that's right, brother. Like for real, like in a real way. Like we don't even see the whole cap of how they move and how they operate. Like you can't allow somebody to play you like a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do nothing like that, man. Like you gotta be sturdy on how you move. You got to know the game, man. You can't let nobody sucker you. You like we letting these other nations sucker us, man. We becoming Muslim. How you gonna be a second class citizens to Arabs? They don't like you. Don't you know that we've been in captivity under these Arabs? You ain't know that, did you? Yeah. They was enslaving people to convert to Islam. Muhammad spread Islam by the sword, man. And if you go over there in the Middle East, you know what they're gonna say? Yo, I don't really rock. You know, I really don't rock with Islam because man, they oppressive with it. They be oppressing people with that Islam, man. Like, don't never get it screwed. Like Islam ain't all that peace and all that over there, man. They is rape. First off, I can go all day on Islam. I ain't gonna do all that. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It ain't what you think it is. Over here, you see the nice version of it because they gotta go by the law. Over there, let me tell you something, man. They are beating down Catholics. I was told this. I was told this by a so-called Egyptian. You understand? An Arab that came from Egypt, and he said, "Before I was Muslim, then I became Catholic. I moved here in America because over there they're crazy, and they'll kill you if you are not Muslim." That's just how it goes. You understand what I'm saying? We are that nation that is not desired. You understand? And we have to stop following after these other nations. You got any more?
Before the decree break forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Let me you can start there. Um let's get Psalms 19 and 14. You understand? Like again, man, this is the brotherhood class. We teach brotherhood. We ain't about all that YOLO and be all for self, do for self. No, you gotta do for one another. That's how we gotta build this nation back. We gotta build this nation back with some morals. I be hearing a bunch of people on these social platforms talking about the solution for black people, and when you ask, they try to make it sound so beautiful. If I was in the world, I would have been like, yeah, man, you right. But because I'm not in the world, I'm like, well, what you doing? How that been working for you? You know, what's the solution like? You know what I mean? You got a solution? Okay, well, where you at with it? What if this happened? Like a lot of times they say, well, yeah, we gotta get our own land and stuff like that. And I'd be like, well, shoot, we gotta build on that land. I'm like, well, look, man, ISBK, man, we all about business. Look, you can probably get a grant, something like that, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Come holler at us. We help you. You know what I mean? We all about building black, right? But then they like, well, I can't do that with you, man, because you an Israelite and we don't share the same views. I'm like, well, let me tell you something. I remember me and Officer Yedaya was in the room. We said the same thing. We always say this, but we was able to put it out there. We was like, well, if you have your land and we have our land, let's see who land would dwell in peace in a year. You understand what I'm saying? Let's see who would dwell in unity in a year. Let's see who goes further in a year. You understand? Let's take all accounts for that year, violence and all that type of stuff and all types of situations. And let's see who is going to come out at top. And you know what they said? They knew. They were like, well, y'all would. Because I'm like, we don't have to worry about killing one another. Me and Oshawott ain't gonna look at each other and be like, nigga, you hit my girl? You had sex with my woman? Don't move like that. Why? Because we follow God. You know what I mean? We won't even really hold a conversation with each other ribs. You understand? Unless it's that type of environment where we have an open discussion. You see my rib? Hey, shalom, sis. Everything good? How your husband? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, tell your husband, man, to bring the kids by, or, you know what I mean? Or watch my bed behind kids. Keep it moving. Why? Because we love one another. That's love. Love is you showing that action that you love that brother or sister. Love to the Lord is your actions. You love the Lord. Now you gotta show the Lord in your actions. How you gonna show the Lord that you love him and you want to build an environment with none of the Lord's laws? You think that's gonna dwell? It ain't gonna dwell. You're an Israelite. Curses follow you, either you like it or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read what you got.
You said 19 and
14. You should know this one.
the book of, you said Psalms, right?
Yep.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O
Listen, read that again. We gotta slow that down a little bit.
Lord. Let the words of my mouth.
Let the words of my mouth, the words that come out of my mouth. All right. This is David talking to the Lord. Keep going.
And the meditation of my heart.
And the meditation of my heart, my thoughts. When you deep in thought, when you in your thoughts. All right. Let the words that come out of my mouth and my thoughts. The heart is not. Yeah. You know how Christianity try to make it say, man, I feel it in my heart. No, your heart is your mind. That's why the Lord said, let not your heart deceive you. You understand? Because the heart can deceive you. Emotions,
Right.
Your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Let not the heart deceive you, your mind. Because your mind can be ran off of what? Emotions. That's why here in ISUPK, we say no excuses, no sweat. Get it done. No cowards. We straight like that. That's why they say we the most disciplined, man.
Right.
I remember before I did Hebrew Academy, I ain't had this type of discipline. Now I'm going through it and I'm understanding it. I'm moving more forward. That's what the Lord wants, man. That's why Hebrew Academy is important. If you see a brother with that jacket on, man, you better respect that brother, man. That brother been through something. And that brother got your back. As he proved to the Lord by his what? Actions. You understand? That's why any priest and prophet in here in the ISUPK, any sister in here in the ISUPK, you know what I'm saying? Even a young man, a young sister, you understand? Give them some respect too. They showing the Lord that they actually mean business. That's what we all about here in ISUPK, man. We about our business, man. We ain't about all that chit chatter. You understand? And we also, with our words that come out of our mouth and with our mind, let's finish reading.
And the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength and my redeemer.
Read that part again.
Be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord.
Be acceptable in your sight, O Lord. Because the Lord see everything, man. The Lord see everything. Let me tell you something, man. You better make sure that you love your brother and your sister, man. You better show by what you say out your mouth and what you think in your mind. Like, you can't sit back and be like, man, the hell with that nigga, man. The hell with that sister, man. You know what I mean? You know how it be. Man, can't be like that. You gotta be, your thoughts and your words had to be acceptable to the Lord. That's why it's always good to say, think before you speak.
Right.
And make sure that your thoughts is pure, man. Make sure that your heart is pure, man. Meaning your mind. Make sure that your mind is pure, because if your mind not pure, guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna do something to offend your brother. You're gonna do something to offend your sister. You better love your brother and your sister, man. You understand? You got men under you. You better love those brothers, man. You understand? They ain't no slave to you. They ain't no slave to you, man. They ain't no slave to you. They are your brothers, man. You got to honor those brothers, because the Lord loves them. Who is you to treat that brother as, you understand, like he ain't nothing? Your rank just mean that you have a responsibility. But he's still a brother. He's still a man at the end of the day, man. Brotherhood is way deeper than what people think. You understand what I'm saying? Let me give y'all an understanding, right? Why it's so important to watch what you say and what you think in your mind. Here in the ISUBK, man, we do a lot of work. It might be a brother that he like, man, the hell with that brother. You know what I'm saying? He disrespects me all the time. You understand? Or if a sister, you know what I mean? Sister might be like, yo, I got this situation going on, but because you don't know what to say out your mouth and how your mind supposed to be ticking when it comes to being in this truth, they're gonna flake off you. They like, I'm all right. They're gonna make an excuse. You don't want that, man. That's why you want to watch what you say out your mouth. You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Why do you want to hurt somebody's feelings? Sometimes you gotta hurt somebody's feelings in certain situations because they gotta know the truth. Like if a person is committing adultery, you let them know, man, you are a whore. You better repent because you're being a filthy whore. You're being a drug addict. You're being a clamorous bitch. You know what I mean? Like, get a little cut. But in your mind, you want them to understand that what they did is wrong. And what you're saying out your mouth, it's harsh, but they need to hear it because it's a check-in. But if it ain't no reason to be talking to somebody like that, you shouldn't do that, man. That is evil. Read from the top again.
Oh, God. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight.
Yeah, let it be acceptable to the Lord, man. You better love your brothers and your sisters. You better not just be trying to fake the funk. It better be in your mind. Let me love this brother. Let me love this sister. Let me be kind to this brother or sister. Because God loves that person. God loves the Israelites, man. You better be kind and have brotherhood and sisterhood. Because listen, yeah, you on the truth, right? Yeah, you know some truth. Just because you got an issue with that brother or sister, that don't mean that you understand you being in your head and like, man, the hell with them, man. Because the Lord loves them too, and He's gonna hold you to it. Why you thinking about your brother like that? And you're gonna wonder why all these bad things happening to you, and then eventually the Lord is gonna show you why. Because you're gonna come to class and this scripture might pull up and be like, but watch what you say in your mind. The Lord gonna punish you, and they be like, dang, I haven't seen Ashtabak think he cool because he got a beard. You know what I mean? Call him a nut ass nigga. You know what I mean? In my head. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? You better watch what you say out your mouth and what's in your mind. And this also helps in relationships. All right? You understand? You want to make sure that your thoughts is pure about your significant other. Now, of course, it's a little bit more intimate with your significant other or others. So you don't want to just have a bad mind, like in your head you just hate them and hate them and hate them. You got to forgive them. You have to forgive them, man. Forgive your significant other, man. It's not healthy for you to just hate them. Forgive them, man. Yeah, I know you upset. They piss you off. They butt stink, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You're always arguing. You forgive them. You don't have negative intent with that brother or sister that you with. You understand what I'm saying? Is any more on that?
That was it.
All right, let me get James 3 and 5. All right, James 3 and 5. It's a way how you have to be a brother and sister here in the ISUBK. Being the Israelite, it's a way how you have to be with one another. You can't just, 1 minute being nice and kind, but when something happened, now it's, man, don't, man. You know what I mean? Forget them, man. Forget them. No, it ain't like that. You can't move like that. You understand what I'm saying? It didn't been people that transgress me, man. In the world. And let me tell you something. I look at it and then I forget about it. I'm like, all right, cool. I just know where to play you at now. I don't got time to be sitting there all hating, man. Dumb, man. Dumb, man. Dumb, man. No, I just don't deal with that person. They're a snake. I keep them where they at. That's how you supposed to be about it. I'd be any other way. You don't gotta waste energy. Oh man, fuck them, man. When I see them, I'm gonna kill them. All that. You don't gotta do all that, man. You gotta love one another, man. Go ahead.
If I could, what you bringing out is heavy because it's like I think that's one of like black people like main problems, or our people main problems is we don't know how to communicate, and we don't know how to solve conflict between us
Right.
without taking it too far. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like to us, it's like can't look at you wrong ways. Punch him in the mouth. Punch him in the mouth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's just right after that. Cuss him out. Punch him in the mouth. We'll just that's how it's gonna go. He act like he want to do something else. I gotta shoot the kid. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like 1, 2, the 1, 2, and 3. You getting cursed out. Getting hands put on you, or you getting shot.
Right.
And then we just keep it like that. And then with the sisters, it's the same thing. What that bitch looking at? You know what I'm saying? Then he put hands on her, and then we just seen on video, sister threw the beard, the other sister car, the other sister hopped out with the gun like you getting shot. Like, that's how we solve problems with each other.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the crazy part about it, the sister just hit her car with a glass bottle. You understand? Like she didn't bust the glass bottle and try to go open up the car door and try to stab her. You know, with the handle part,
Right.
or with the spout. No, she just did it. The brother was actually trying to keep her away. Now think about it like this, right? That happened New Year's Eve. She did that, and guess what? Now she's going 9 out of 10. She's facing charges because the video got out. I'm pretty sure, whatever. Hopefully she didn't. Hopefully nobody got hit. But you shooting at this sister. Clearly she's out of pocket. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if it's true. Not sure if it's true. But when I kept looking at the comments, they were saying that she killed the other sister. But I don't know. Sure.
And check this out. She's going to spend life in jail if she did. Or if it was a bunch, it seemed like a bunch of people around, she's also going to do time for that too. You did all that. You want me to tell you what it was? She was high. She was high and drunk. She been smoking weed, probably popping pills or whatever, sniffing coke, whatever the case may be. She's smoking that weed, and her judgment was clouded. Her judgment been clouded. She's probably smoking weed every day. That's what people that smoke weed do. They smoke weed every day. Okay, they smoke weed every day. Then you're gonna go celebrate New Year's, and then in your mind, you're not thinking that this is a sister. You understand? She's drunk. She's being belligerent. She's carrying on something. You know what I mean? She bust a damn champagne bottle against my car. It didn't break. You know what? I can't get out the car and shoot her. I'm not gonna do that. Because one, I don't want to ruin my life. She probably got kids. Now the kids ain't gonna see mommy no more. They gonna see mommy through a glass window or during visitation inside of a room somewhere thousands of miles from where she live at. Because when you get sent upstate, you going somewhere miles away. You ain't going nowhere near. You understand? They might have some mercy for you because you got kids. And half of the time they don't even care about that. You understand? All that, if she would have just thought with her head, you understand, what she saw. I don't know everybody that's seen the Israelites talk. Listen to what the priests and prophets said and changed her life. Not celebrating Halloween, not celebrating Christmas, not celebrating birthdays and New Year's. If she ain't ever do that, guess what? She wouldn't even be in the predicament that she was in. Think about how many predicaments we know, people that we know personally that was getting high, you understand, that was doing all types of manner of evil in the world, right? If they would have did it, they just came into these classes, they would have been still alive. They would have still been on the street. They would have still had their mind. They wouldn't be strung out on getting high off of drugs. You understand? They wouldn't been down some crazy line of whoredom and prostitution and stripperism and all that types of nonsense. Like they would have a better life coming into the school, man. And it's a shame that we still don't understand that we have to love one another. We see it. We see the crime rate. We see how much we get in 1 year. But we don't understand because we get high and we don't want to be brotherly or sisterly. You understand? Read the scripture that you got in James 3 and 5.
Even so, the tongue is a little member
Mm-hmm.
and boasts of great things.
Read that part again.
And boasts of great things.
Read from the top.
Even so, the tongue is a little member.
A little member. Something small, man. Something small. It ain't like the heart. All right? It ain't the heart. It ain't your main arteries. It ain't your eyeballs. You understand? It ain't. You understand your private parts and all that you need for reproducing. It's just your tongue. Keep going.
So the tongue, and boast of great things.
Boasts of great things, though. It's a small member, but it boasts of great things, man. Your tongue, you able to say good things out your mouth, man. Plant seeds, raise up nations, being able to help people in conflicts that they have in councils, being able to teach classes across the world. You can do that with your tongue. Son, a small member of your body. A member is just a body part, but it boasts great things. Keep going.
Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
Yeah, even a little fire. You understand what I'm saying? Like gossiping. Let's just say I tell somebody about Ashtawak. Yeah, man, you know Ashtawak, man, he think that he better than everybody, you know, and call it not call it. I ain't gonna say that. Ashtawak think that he get more girls than everybody, man. You know, he yeah, man, you know, you know, yeah, man, you know, he think that he so cool with his bed and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you know, I heard Ashtawak, man, he got implants in his face. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Or the better one, yeah, man. You know, Ashtawak, man. He be drawing, man. You know, he be sitting out there telling brothers under him, you know what I mean? Yo, man, make sure you climb on ladders and get the walls all the way up top and all that, man. He crazy. You know what I mean? I can't be around that, brother. That's gossiping. Sun so small can cause great fires, man. Forest fires. Read that part again.
Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
Mm-hmm.
And the tongue is a fire.
A tongue is a fire, man. You can set off forest fires with that, man. You know, most riots starts with what? Talking. Think about in prison. Argument kind of happened, right? Or somebody used the wrong payphone. Hey, yo, you see this? Boom. Now all the Mexicans beating up all the Negroes in the prison because they touched the wrong phone. And with their mouth, they said, yo, man, you see this? They tripping. They know they ain't supposed to use that phone. Keep going.
And the tongue is a fire.
Mm-hmm.
A world of iniquity.
A world of iniquity, man. It can become a world of iniquity. You can be creating all types of dumb stuff with your mouth, man, that you can just cause a bad situation. You understand? Like we have to do better when it comes to, you understand, how we treat one another, and it comes with how you understand what you say out your mouth, man. You better watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, because the Lord is always watching. You understand? The Lord is always watching. He's observing. You saying stuff out your mouth about a brother or sister, the Lord is going to hold you to that. Watch what you say out your mouth. Don't gossip. Because you can be sitting out there gossiping to another brother, man. And now that brother got ill ill intent with that brother. And what that happened? Spread like wildfire, right? Now it's a disconnect within one another in our nation. That's why you better watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth. Don't be a silly bitch just gossiping. Oh, yeah, I don't deal with such and such, this and that. Shut your mouth. Why don't you do that? Why don't you repent of the thoughts that you have in your mind towards that brother or sister? Because that's evil. Is there any more on that? Can you go ahead?
So is the tongue among our members,
Mm-hmm.
that it defileth the whole body.
It can defile the whole body. Yeah. Your whole, you as a whole, you understand, can just be defiled. You're a defiled person because what you saying out your mouth to people, what you thinking in your mind, and what you saying out your mouth. Should be talking about a brother behind his back or a sister behind his back. And you sisters, man, you understand? Don't listen. Don't be up there gossiping and talking about other sisters behind their back. You don't rock with them, so be it. Forgive them for whatever they did and move on. Because let me tell you something, man. You keep that up, man, the Lord is going to punish you. You better change your ways, man. Be a sister. You know what I mean? Like, stop being of the world. That's why that sister got shot up. You know what I mean? Sister got shot up or shot at. We don't know the whole conclusion to the matter. All we know is the Glock 32 came out and she started busting. You understand? And we don't know. Maybe the brother got shot too. You understand? Because you just don't know what to say out your mouth. That's why you always supposed to show respect to one another, man. I'm big on that. I show respect just so that I know that I'm making sure that there's no bad blood between me and anybody else. You want to be in the same way, be in the same spirit. Show respect to everybody, man. You don't gotta be nasty. Some of y'all go to work and just don't know how to treat your coworkers or your employees. Talk to them like they trash. Treat them like anything. You understand? If you're a brother in the school, man, you better show those brothers respect, man. You don't talk to no brother any type of way. You better watch your mouth, man. You don't talk to no brother because he under you. You understand, like any type of way. Hey, man, go get me a chicken platter from 30th Street, man, and double time. The hell is you? He ain't your slave. That's a grown man at the end of the day. That's a brother. You know what that'll cause? That'll cause a brother to punch you in your mouth. Or he might not even put his hands on you. It would cause him to hate you, man. And you cause a fire and you defiled yourself because you did not show brotherhood to that brother, man. That's why you always make sure that brotherly love continue in the nation of Israel. You make sure that you right. And if you see something that ain't right, you go correct it, man. The hell are you about to sit up there and defile yourself over because somebody corrected you? You understand? Or you ain't speak up when that person sat up there offended you? You ain't go to that brother or sister when they offended you, or you know, you realize something that wasn't in the spirit of the Lord, or it just wasn't right. You ain't just go to that brother or sister and you just sit around and be like, yeah, man, such and such, man, this and that. That is bitch behavior, man. That is homosexual behavior. Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we do not promote that. You understand? Boom, boom, boom. Let me get Matthew 18 and 21. Matthew 18 and 21. Let's get that. Matthew 18 and 21. Time check 8:22. Got it. Let me know when you got it. Oh, wait. I seen the video that you was talking about Jason Derulo. Good night. You can read it when you got it.
It's like that was the tone kept causing the great fire. Called that being Usher.
Yeah, look, and even look at this, right? Jason Derulo, prime example, right? What you think in your mind? The brothers, whoever it was, said, "Ain't you Usher?" Jason Derulo, you ain't too far off from Usher, brother. Go ahead.
Now, if I could, he said "F you, Usher" or something like that. He was talking
Oh,
trash to him.
oh, he was saying "F you, Usher." Another thing too. Okay, somebody offended you.
Right.
You go off and just want to punch him. Guess what happened? Because you're not thinking right in your mind. You understand? And this is this is just how you handle situations. This ain't according to brotherhood. Well, of course, we don't know if it's a devil or not, right? So to take away that, right? If somebody is not putting their hands on you, there's no reason for you to go attack them.
Right.
Because now Jason Derulo did that. Don't be surprised if he gets sued and now all that money he got in cryptocurrency is going to have to be transferred to whoever he attacked because of some words. You understand? That's what happened when you don't have the Lord on your side. Jason Derulo, ain't he a heathen?
I'm not sure. I feel like he might be Dominican.
Okay, yeah, he might be Dominican. Okay. Here's the thing. This is what happened when you're not in class. This is what happened when you don't have the Lord on your side. You take a situation like that. Let me tell you something. In the ISBK, we have people every week, every day, say all types of crazy things to us, disrespect us and all that. Guess what? You know what we do? We gonna check a situation. Now we at camp, people didn't call us, y'all niggas is gay, y'all niggas is bums, y'all don't get no females, you know. I should what no, I'm really trying to say. You know what I mean? Y'all don't get no females, you know what I mean? Y'all some weirdos, y'all some bitches, all that crazy stuff, right? F y'all up. F y'all up. I'ma go get my gun. And guess what? Do we sit up there and start beating the crap out of them? Listen, Ashtawat can lay out a whole block if he wanted to, and he'll be smiling doing it. Guess what? Do Ashtawat go and beat up everybody, had a jaw loose and all that, need to fractured and broken ribs and all types of crazy stuff? Do we do that? Do Cat Nakad and the whole UPK, do we go out and just start beating up people because they said something crazy to us? No, because we had the scriptures in our mind. We have this book called the Holy Bible, you understand, in our mind. This is how we think, what God thinks. The Lord said, why would you want to strike somebody if they just talking with words? For what? You know what I'm saying? Why even do it? Go ahead.
If I could. And that's kind of like the point. Like, I remember being younger, right? And I realized that everybody don't react to everything you say. Like, I'm just living my life and I'm seeing, like, some people you say something to and they laugh it off or they don't worry about it. Other people you say something to, they punch you in the face. So, and then you learn as a kid, if you got, you know what I'm saying, good parents and good adults around you, they tell always something, hey, watch your mouth. Don't say that. Watch how you talk to people. Why? Because what you say might make somebody put hands on you. And with our people right now, it's like we trying to take the disrespect to another level. It's kind of like a rap battle. But it's like how we argue with each other. It's like, I'm going to say something to you as disrespectful as possible. I'm going to talk about your dad, homie, your dad friends. I'm going to talk about that baby you got over there that I think ugly. You know what I'm saying? And then they get to talking crazy, and then the retaliation comes, and it's like, that's just because you don't know how to watch your mouth. Like, I was like, hey, Usher, F you, you a B word. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, give me, if you could, right? Give me James 1:19.
Okay.
You understand, like the speak on the topic, because it does fall into brotherhood. You know, you can't be so quick to want to go at your brother. You understand what I'm saying? Now, yeah, in most cases, they might try to provoke you to anger, right? You be on the defense. Like, listen, do what you gotta do. You understand? I'm right here. Do what you gotta do. You understand? I ain't no coward. Don't be a coward. I know Martin Luther King tried to produce us to turn the other cheek, punch me here, punch me up my chin, and you know what I mean, do all that crazy stuff to me. No, you understand? You are able to defend yourself. That's why America allow us to what? Learn self-defense. That's why you able to use self-defense tactics in most situations. You just be on the defense. I hear you, brother. You understand? I hear you, sister. Listen, you gonna hit me? Look, do what you gotta do. I'm right here. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I'm right here. So you do. You don't allow yourself to hear some words, somebody just insulting you, and then you just go and punch. I'm the type of dude, I'm going to cut you like you are a child. I'm going to say, be logical. Why would you even say that out your mouth? What is your issue? What is your problem? How old are you? What is wrong with you? Are you high right now? I'm going to attack your character to show you to shut your mouth. You're not talking to any dude in the street. I'm not normal. That's how you should be. Go ahead.
Cause I remember brother was acting like he wanted to fight me, right? And this happened every now and then when people meet me and I'm like doing something normal or I'm being like real cool. They'd think that means I'm a B word. You see what I'm saying? And the brother started acting, I'm playing basketball, the brother started acting like he wanted to fight me. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, he's trying to get to me because he's trying to punk me. All I did was say, hey, I'm trained to fight. His whole demeanor changed. He got quiet for a second. And then he realized, like, you know what? I'm going to keep talking trash.
I know the look that you gave him. I know the look. I know you, Isupk. I've been around you for what? Going on 5 years. You know what I'm saying? You funny. I know the look you gave him. You Listen, if y'all know Officer Isupk, he's low-key crazy. He a cool dude, cool, kind of collective. But mama always said, watch the ones that's quiet, son. They the crazy ones. And I was always the quiet one. My mom was like, you quiet, boy. Look, you better not get locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Too late for that. But, you know, Isupk is cool, kind, collective. He going to give you that look. You understand? Like, hey, look, that's how he say it. Hey, I'm trained to fight. And the brother probably looked at him and realized, like, yo, this brother for real. Like, he gave him a warning. Being all physical, trying to disrespect me. What he do? Being a brother, listen, I'm trained to fight. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you understand, like, it ain't that type of party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're getting a little bit too physical. You know what I mean? I'm in this environment right here. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in Philly. You got to let it be known. This ain't it.
Right.
Listen, I had a situation recently when I had to tell the brother, you know, I had to remember to maintain discipline, but you know, he talking to me crazy. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, I actually listen, he was inviting me, like, what you want to step outside? I'm like, listen, I really like to do this. You understand? I really do this. You understand? I'm right here. You know what I mean? I'm right here. You don't want to do that. And he got to his senses. He understood.
Right.
And it ain't it. I told him, I said, I love doing this. I really like to get down. This is what I like to do. I do this. And he was like, you know what I mean? Cooling himself down. You know what I mean? To go because I don't want to keep talking about it. You know what I mean? You always want to be aware of how you handle situations. All right. And the next scripture is going to explain that. Go ahead and read.
Where we at?
James 1:19. Bubba Shaw.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren.
Listen, my beloved brother, meaning the brothers that I love, man. The Israelites. Go ahead.
Let every man be swift to hear.
Let every man be swift to hear. Make sure you are listening, man. Make sure that you're comprehending and understanding each matter. You understand that is being presented to you and what it is around you. Go ahead.
Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak.
Slow to speak. Don't be so quick. Like a lot of times, you might find yourself in situations where you're trying to explain something to someone, some real logical, some real good information that can really save their life. Instead of them listening, be swift to hear and slow to speak. What Jason Derulo should have listened, he'd have like, he heard what he said, you understand? And he should have been like, man, forget that dude.
Right.
Because he should have had the scriptures in his mind. He should have had some discipline.
Right.
He should have knew, man, if I hit this dude a lot, and let me tell y'all something. Don't be surprised, right? Just like celebrities get people that actually just try to get hit, some people just want to get hurt by these celebrities so that they can sue them and get a buttload of money. That's how it goes. You understand what I'm saying? Look at Kevin Gates. Got jail time for kicking that sister in her chest. And, that jail time changed him. He came out trying to be more peaceful, get his mind right. Because he's been through some things in life and he's seen that, I can't continue being this person, right? You have to not just react off of impulse. That's what they call it. Can't react off impulse. You got to be swift to hear. Listen to what's going on. You understand? And don't talk so quick. And let's read the next part.
Slow to wrath.
Slow to wrath, man. You had to be slow to the rash out that wrath of yours, man. I know you want to unleash it. You want to do all the moves that you might have know, and take out some anger. You cannot do that. You got to be slow to wrath. You got to know when to unleash the beast, when not to. Sisters, I know y'all be ready to get the hair like this. Look, they got that wrist thing right. You know what I mean? They can look. A sister can lock a brother arm or a sister arm, and they learn some martial arts. They be like, you know what I mean? Because they get that hair like that. It's a wrap.
Right.
Boop, boop, boop. You know what I mean? Y'all be ready to do that. They be like, ooh, this girl better stop. Put the Vaseline on. Y'all know nothing about that. That's that back in the day fighting right there. My mom, she used to I seen my mom put on Vaseline and get to work in the streets, man. Good night. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to be quick to wrath. And look at Jason Derulo. You understand? Look at that sister on New Year's. Look at those brothers that shot and killed people on New Year's. You understand? They was quick to what? Wrath. You understand? They wasn't swift to listen to brothers like Wallow 267 or Gilly the Kid that might have been in a range of on social media. They ain't listen to them old heads that was telling them, man, put them guns down, relax, go get a job, go get your life right. More importantly, they ain't listen to the priests and prophets of the Lord. Everybody done heard our voices. They always say, yo, y'all be them brothers downtown teaching. Yeah, man, I heard it. Yeah, I know y'all. Boom, boom, boom. You heard us. Did you hear us? Right. You understand? That's why you want to be swift to listen. You had something to say?
If I could, and that kind of was my point with telling that story with the brother. It's like, because I know the scriptures, I know how to react in them type of situations. You see what I'm saying? Because he don't know the scriptures, he don't know that the things he's saying or the things that he's doing, even he looking at it one way, but he don't know that you might get hurt in this situation. I know that because of this situation of what you started, it started as an argument. What you started saying first could lead to us fighting. I know brothers kill each other. You see what I'm saying? I know if you attack me and I retaliate and whoop you, you might go get somebody and go get a gun. Right. I'm sitting at my house with my gun. You see what I'm saying? Now y'all looking for me and I'm looking out for y'all, and then now we get into a shootout, and then now somebody's son, husband, father, whatever is missing, and it's like it started off from an argument, from us not being able to communicate, which is what you've been bringing out all class, and that's our problem. Like Jason Derulo, you don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough respect for each other. I feel like we get taught these scriptures to be able to be around each other, and even if we do get angry or upset or something, we know how to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let me not move myself onto wrath. Even like you were saying, like the sister hopped out with the gun. It's like a brother get a gun and think now he the toughest cat in the world. Now he boasting because he got a gun now. You know, people had guns before you, right? You know that wasn't the last gun that somebody got when you got your gun. It ain't like it ain't no more guns out here. Like this is the best gun. This is the last gun. You know they got guns too. So now you talking trash to somebody else and they got guns. They
Yeah.
talking trash back.
What's that saying? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours.
Right.
You know what I mean? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. So this is the thing, like people got get to this point, right? That one you want to think, right? Like a brother like Officer Isupk. Now let's just say he said one day, man, I ain't listening to the Most High no more, and that brother would have kept doing it that day, and Officer Isupk like wouldn't have said nothing, right? And he would have did something again to him, and the brother could have been really bad, paralyzed, jaw would have been broken out of place, wouldn't been right ever since, right? Would have had the words behind living of his life. I know that would have happened because I know him. You don't know what the hell you're getting yourself into. That's why it's always good to have these scriptures in your mind and not being quick to wrath, not to to show some type of anger or animosity towards somebody. Just relax, man. Show respect. It's easier to show respect than to be disrespectful. And it's also harder to forgive. It's also harder to not hate your brother or sister. But you want to take that hard way right there. You understand? You want to take that hard way of saying, you know what? I want to break their jaw, but I'm not going to do it. Like in my situation that I had in the counter at my job, I wanted to do everything that I learned in Hebrew Academy. You understand? Like I would have literally found a way to get on the ground just to put him in a triangle headlock or put him in an arm bar or something. You understand what I'm saying? Or some way to have his arm and just find a way just to do something bad to him just so that I can just get all the frustration and animosity that I had. And, you know what I'm saying? Just take it all out. I wanted to. And I made sure I got counsel. After the whole thing broke off, I said, Salaki, so I need some advice. I got the situation. They were like, just relax. It'll be all good. You ain't gonna do nothing. And what happened? Time for me to go. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing happened. He knew I was leaving. All that, meet me, we gonna go outside and all that. He ain't do nothing. And he knew that I was serious. I let him know, listen, it can happen. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you always want to be slow to wrath. That's why you always want to be on the defense. In the Israelite school, universal practical knowledge, we are never on the offense unless we have to. And really, we don't even work out the offense. We always work on the defense because we are professional. We have brotherhood. We spare you out, man. You understand? We spare you out. Don't get it twisted. So many people think Oscar that we don't know how to squabble. Lord, listen, only if you know what the generals got us going through and what brothers have been through. It was y'all didn't get a chance to learn about the Kentucky 8. 8 brothers took on a squad of 30 people. And they had the people at 30 running from them. Why? Because it got dark for them, not us. We got out and they had guns and all that, knives and chains and all that, and brother was good. You understand? Brother was packing up the van, still beating the crap out of people. Boop, boop. Put that in the van, you know what I mean? So it don't, being tough and all that is not cool. You understand? Hating your brother and all that is not cool. You understand what I'm saying? You want to be slow to wrath. All right. Let's drop that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get another scripture on just how you control. Boom, boom, boom. Give me Ephesians 4:26. Bubba Shaw. Ephesians 4:26. You know, it's 8:42. You know, we're gonna be wrapping it up in like 18 minutes. You understand? Make sure, man, that you are subscribing to all the ISUBK content. We got radio shows. You know, understand? We got all types of radio shows. You got Cross the Line Radio. Commander Jenny Black Watch, Let a Hebrew Speak, ISBK Radio, Boot Up and Shut Up. I mean, it's so many. You understand? Ask Ye the Prophets. Go on YouTube, man. Go like and subscribe and share, man. Because this information that we giving you is for free, man. It's free information. Listen, man, you come to the ISBK in 1 year, man, you will have probably like 20 precept books. No lie. If you that serious. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead. Read what you got.
You said Ephesians
4 and 26.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not.
Be angry. You can be angry. Yeah, right. You got the right to be angry. The Lord is telling you right here, you can be angry. Keep going.
And sin not.
And what?
Sin not.
And what?
Sin not.
But do not sin. What is sin? I mean, don't go murder somebody. Don't go beat your brother upside the head because they did something wrong to you. You can be angry. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll give you an example. Your children. Is it wrong for you not to be angry? Is it wrong for you to be angry if your children know not to do something that you said not to do, but they did it anyway? You don't got the right to be angry. If a brother or sister chipped up your car because they was being careless, or they might have just did it by mistake, you can be angry because you gotta pay for that. But you sin not. You understand? You don't call them all types of dumb and call them all types of evil names and stuff like that. You don't do that. You don't go punch on your brother. You don't go gossip about your brother. You understand? You be angry. You deal with that brother or sister, and you move on. Turn the other cheek. You understand? Turn the other cheek meaning you hit this one right here, I'm going to hide this one. Just don't hit this one right here. You understand what I'm saying? It's forgiven. All right? Go ahead.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Don't allow yourself to be angry for days, against your brother or sister. If they offended you, man, go to that brother or that sister quickly, man. Don't let the sun go down when suns and moons go up and down when you just still angry about something. You go to that brother and sister and you handle it. Why not do it like that? That's how we keep our nation striving, surviving. I know that we don't be understanding that because we was never taught it. You understand? Give me Jeremiah chapter 23 and 1. You understand? Like, we never was taught that, don't be angry with your brother or sister and allow it to fester in your spirit. Because why? Because if you having them wrong thoughts in your mind about your brother or sister, and you saying things out your mouth that is gossiping, you backbiting, guess what happens? Now you defile your body. You defile your temple because why? You're being a sinner, man. You hating your brother. You hating your sister. That's why Christ said, these 2 commandments I give to you, to love the Lord with all thy heart and all thy soul, and to love your brother, man. Love one another. That's what we must do. That's how we're going to get back to the kingdom of heaven. When you don't want to show love to your brother and sister, just know that you're keeping away Christ from coming back. That's how you should think. When you don't love your brother and sister, you're doing all the backbiting and gossiping, just know that the more you do that, you understand Christ ain't coming back. Or if he do come back, he ain't going to pick you up because you don't love your brother. You don't love your sister. You're like, well, how you going to love God if you can't even love your brother and sister that you see every day? You ever seen God's face? Christ been like, I did. You know what I'm saying? I sit on the right hand of him. But you never did. So how can you say that you love God, but you hate the brother and sister that you see all the time? That you can actually go to their house and go talk to, get your conflict over in person. You can't go see God. You can't go up to go talk to God. You gotta pray. Your prayer go to an angel. The angel sent out to Christ. Then boom. You understand? Goes up the ranks before it gets to the Lord. So this is what people need to understand. That if you love one another, things can be great for us. Cannot allow that hate for your brother and your sister to continue because it's going to defile you and it's going to show. It's going to show. Everybody going to see you miserable. The Lord is. We're going to see Satan kicking you behind, and we're gonna like, dang, I wonder what happened to them. And the Lord is like, man, they don't want to love their brother and sister. That's why they want to hate their brother and sister. They don't want to love them. So shoot, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do with them. As long as you do what y'all do, man, y'all good. You understand what I'm saying, man? We gotta do better. You understand? Let me see. Where we gonna go? Let me see. Yeah. I definitely had you holding that. Go ahead, grab that one.
You said 23:1.
23:1.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, and verse 1. Mm-hmm. Woe be unto the pastors.
Woe be unto the what?
The pastors.
Unto the pastors, man. Let's figure out why the Lord saying judgment and punishment, you understand, destruction shall go to these pastors. Go ahead.
That destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
That what?
Destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
That destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. That's what these pastors have done, man. They don't even teaching us brotherhood and sisterhood. They ain't showing us unity that we gotta prefer one another. Christ said, man, you better prefer your brother and your sister first. Right. You understand? You better not prefer, you understand, no other people. You better prefer one another. More importantly, if you are in the truth, you better prefer one another. Because y'all really all you got. You think that y'all got in the world? No. When you in the truth. Because listen, the truth is not a cakewalk. Like, don't think that you come into the truth and everything is going to be all peaches and cream. Yeah, the brotherhood and all that is going to be good, but the Lord is going to show you if you in the right or wrong. Because let me tell you something. It's many times, I was just talking to a brother today. He said, man, I was doing all types of drug dealing and all that, gun slinging. Everybody loved me because I was supporting everybody's habits and supporting everybody's pockets. But once I stopped selling those drugs and wanted to serve the Lord, they hated me. They turned their back on me. Said I was evil. I was in a cult. I said, damn, you understand? Like that's crazy. But that shows that you're serving the Lord. And just keep moving forward. That's why Christ said, and let me give y'all a little backdrop on Christ if y'all don't know. Christ was killed by his own people. I said this a little earlier. Christ was killed by his own people. His own people wanted him dead so much that the Roman Pilate said, look, we got Barnabas. Barnabas is a known murderer among your people. We have him in prison. Who would you rather let go? Would you rather Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai in Hebrew, to be let free, or Barnabas? Everybody shouted out Barnabas. a known murderer. You understand? They wanted him murdered. They wanted Christ murdered. They wanted to crucify him because he told the truth. That's all he did. That's all he did is teach the truth and made people pay their debt to the Lord. The Pharisees and Sadducees, they wasn't doing that. Right. The Pharisees and Sadducees are what you would call black leaders today. Our own people killed Christ. Our own people killed Christ. It wasn't the white man. Of course, he had his hand in it, but it was our own people, man. Even trying to poison him on his way up. You understand? Even trying to poison him in his time of calamity. He went through that pain for us. You understand what I'm saying? The ultimate sacrifice. Christ wanted us to love one another and keep these commandments.
Right.
Be willing to die for one another. How the hell are we gonna say we love one another and willing to die for one another if we hate one another? Go ahead.
If I could, slap. It just struck me like, and our people, they think that when they see us, they think that what we saying not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They think it's just all the crazy niggas that be outside. Y'all know you for them Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in that cult. That's what they think. But they don't understand the even principle of Christ telling his own people, like his people, we need to love one another, and they hated him for that.
Yeah.
The way it gets spun today is, for some reason, we tell our people we need to love each other, and they reject it.
Yeah.
But when our oppressor or these pastors tell them they need to love all the other nations, they respect that and want to
do it. Because my fault, if I could, to cut you off for time's sake. You know, is what you were saying was true. The pastor would tell them to love everybody. We'll tell them to only love your own people, and they're gonna go with loving everybody because spiritually, when we saying the spiritual, you understand what I'm saying? Like when we saying the spiritual, we're actually telling you to follow the laws of God. Nobody want to follow the laws of God. When you saying that, they hissing at it. You know what I mean? Just loving your own people. What's wrong with that? But many people that is saying that we're wrong for doing that, for saying what we say, they are the main ones that were downtown in the riots in 2020, looting, protesting, mad at white people for what they done to us and what they have been doing to us. So it's like, you hate us for what we say. You only hate us because we in the truth and we actually serving the Lord. You can sell drugs and all that. Nobody don't care. They don't care. Hey, Ashawat, you can be the biggest crack dealer in West Philly, in Atlanta, right? You done murdered so many families,
Right.
but you make sure that your family get all the money. Yeah, you know what I mean? Here you go. Huh. Hitting them off with the table. I done seen it happen. Boom. Then you come into the truth. You say, yeah, you know, Esau, you know, the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. I only love blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. I ain't selling crack no more. I ain't selling crack no more. I'm done with it. You understand? I'm only going to serve the Lord. I'm not going to I'm going to love my brother and sister. I ain't going to be quick to wrath. I ain't shooting my own people no more. I'm letting it all go. They're going to hate you. They're going to disown you. They're going to talk about you behind your back. They're going to talk about how stupid you are. What the hell happened to you? That you are the worst thing that walked on earth just because you want to serve the Lord. And you can try to I got the precepts. Boom! Hit you with the precepts all day and all night. You will hit them with precepts all day and all night, and they just be like, you, and the whole time they just like, you is a wicked Negro. Your grandma that you was giving all the seafood platters and buying her all types of clothes and bought her a new car and all that, she's going to look at you like you are the devil, and you gave her everything off of dope money. Let me tell you something, man. And this is going to be the last thing that I'm going to say, and I'm going to wrap it up. You better understand the truth, and the truth is going to set you free. The truth is this, that coming into the truth is going to be tough. And that's what the Lord wants you to go through. He wanted it to be tough for you. He wants you to fight your flesh because he wants you to live by your spirit. The Lord said, paraphrasing, just because things is getting hard, don't look down and weep and whine. Be a great cheer because that is the Lord showing you that he is with you. I know you probably like, well, what in the world did you talking about in the car? What did you talking about, officer, in the car? Let me tell you what I'm saying. Because he's testing you. He see that you're wanting to serve him, so now he's going to put things in place to see if you got what it takes to serve him for real. In Ecclesiastes 2:1, it says, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. You're going to be tempted. You're going to be tested. You understand? It's going to be your homies used to have a drug addiction. Everybody's going to have all the drugs that you ever wanted. Mine was the weed. You understand? I know people that went to California. People started getting strands that I used to yearn for in the world. What was the one strand? Strawberry cough. I seen that in a weed book when I was younger, and I drank for it. I remember the white dude that I used to be with, he had it, and I wasn't around when it came. And he was like, yeah, man, you missed it. And I was sad. I was like, I can't believe y'all did not call me around for that. When I was a young man in the truth, trooper in the truth, all the weed, everywhere, I had to stay strong. Just like anybody else. We all have to stay strong. Temptation, females, lust, anything that your flesh desires, the Lord is you're going to be tempted. And the Lord going to want to see if you're going to go through it. You're going to be tested. There's going to be a bunch of crazy things happening in your life, all this situation, that situation, child support, all that crazy stuff. You're going to have to prove to the Lord that you're going to pass this test. And you are grateful for the test that he's giving you. People will be wondering, dang man, why you ain't all bent out of shape. All this stuff happening to you. And in your mind, because you got those scriptures in your mind, you're gonna be like, and it's the Lord testing me. I'm going to prove to him that I have what it takes to get my crown. With that being said, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Ashtawa.